Good evening and welcome to Malcolm X Shabazz Stadium in Newark, New Jersey for Pope John Lions football. Hi everyone, Mike Formisano here, calling today's scrimmage between the Pope John Lions and the Shabazz Bulldogs. Well, here we go as he approaches the ball on the kick. High end over end kick down to about the 20-yard line. Takes a bounce, picked up by number 18 for Pope John as he carries it across the 35 down to about the 36-yard line. There's no doubt that he created this day, this perfect Saturday afternoon in Sparta, New Jersey for high school football as the Pope John Lions take on the Kellenberg Memorial Firebirds. Hello everyone, Mike Formisano here as it is Salute to Service Day here at Pope John High School.
Our 2025 Pope John Lions.
And there you go, the Pope John Lions take the field. Let's go ahead and give it kicking off from the 40-yard line. Back to receive is Yaz Register and Zane Carswell. It goes through to Carswell. Carswell picks it up at the 20. He'll race to the 27-yard line, stopped at the 28. Pope John will take Fiore in the gun. Takes the snap. Hand off, no, fake. Fiore keeps it, finds a hole to the 40, the 30, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Lions! Vic Fiore, a 55-yard touchdown run. And the Pope John Lions take a 6-0 lead. Rodriguez in motion. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff, pass to Carswell. Carswell to the 50, 45, 40, 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Lions! Zane Carswell with the reception. A 61-yard touchdown pass from Vic Fiore. And the Lions take a 14-0 lead. And off to Barkley, right up the middle, pass to 50, met there by Canetta, who's been all over the field today. Sam Canetta with the tackle. 16-0 Pope John leading over Kellenberg. We're glad you're with us here on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. Mike Formisano along with you today, calling today's game. Thank you so much for being here with us. As you see in the bottom right corner of the screen, the Pope John cheerleaders getting the crowd excited. Fiore right in the shadow of his own end zone. Gianella right behind him. Luke Gianella takes the ball to the near side. Gianella to the 20, 30, 40, 50. He's still in bounds to 30, 20, 15, 10. Finally brought down. They're going to spot him at the 7. An incredible run by Luke Gianella. Second and goal from the 1. Fiore in the gun. Carswell to his left. Anthony Castro to the right. Up the middle, did he get in? Touchdown, Lions! A 1-yard keeper by Vic Fiore, and the Pope John Lions go up 22-0. Severinsen fakes it. Corcoran with the onside kick. Recovered by Carswell. And he's got it. An onside recovery by Zane Carswell. And Pope John, 1st and 10 in Kellenberg territory. What a great onside kick recovery. And everything coming up roses for Pope John on this fine Saturday afternoon in September. Licari in the gun. Barkley in motion. Fake. And he's met in the backfield for the sack.
Licari on the carry.
Number 42, Tom Walton. Sacks Licari.
Wrapped up and brought down
Fiore. Pass back to Marchese. Marchese down the field to Romano. Makes the catch. Touchdown, Lions! Fiore to Marchese to Romano. A 46-yard touchdown reception. And Pope John is running away with it. Kellenberg down 28-0 now as Pope John locks up this first John half. Takes a knee, and the clock will expire. What an incredible first half for the Pope John Lions. Just what the doctor ordered. And at the end of one half of football, Pope John leads Kellenberg Memorial 29-0. And off to Gianella. Sweeps to the outside, to the 20, the 30, the 40, 50, 40, 30, and tripped up. The last man to get him, number 14, Will Auerbach, saves a 98-yard potential touchdown. But Gianella will take. Fiore in the gun, Gianella to his left. Schreiber in the near wideout. Fiore drops back to pass, flushed out of the pocket, rolls to his left, fires for the end zone. Touchdown, Lions! Luke Romano in the corner of the end zone. A 20-yard touchdown reception. And Pope John takes a 35-0 lead. Licari. Oh, Sean Bauman throws him to the turf. What a sack, and the ball came loose. Is it Pope John's ball? It is. A fumble recovery by the Lions. Alex Schreiber getting in on that, and he takes the fumble, but the ball knocked loose. Bauman just plowed into Licari, and instead of a sack, it's a fumble, and the Pope John Lions will take over. What a hit by Sean Bauman. With the clock down to 10 seconds. And the countdown is on. 5 seconds remaining. I don't think Kellenberg's going to get another playoff. There's the horn. The pride has spoken. The Pope John Lions shut out the Kellenberg Memorial Firebirds. Final score, Pope John 35, Kellenberg Memorial 0. A great performance by Pope John here on this salute to service day. And both teams lining up midfield to shake hands as we just feel our first drops of rain. Incredible. God provided the perfect day, and Pope John wrote the script. 35-0 over Kellenberg as they win the Battle of the Bridge for the Garden State. Good morning and welcome to Pope John High School in Sparta, New Jersey, where today the Pope John Lions football team take on the St. Peter's Prep Marauders. Come your Pope John Lions. Kickoff coming from number 35, Seamus Corcoran. High end-over-end kick down to the goal line of St. Peter's, and it is taken there, and it will be a touchback. Luke Irwin in the gun, trying to draw St. Peter's offside there. Takes a snap, fakes a handoff, the pass to Joshua into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions! Prince Joshua. A 15-yard touchdown reception from Luke Irwin. And the Pope John Lions have tied the game with the St. Peter's Prep Marauders 6-6. And the point after is pending. Man in motion is number 15. That's Chris Horn. Bell takes the snap, fakes the handoff, play action, across the middle to Teray. And Teray tackled at the 37-yard line. Sam Canetta brings him down. And it'll bring up fourth down. Irwin in the gun. 4 receivers set. Gianella in the backfield. Fakes the handoff. Throws to Canetta. Canetta across the middle. Close to another first down. And he's got it. 1st and 10, Pope John, as they break into the red zone. 3:02 remaining in the first half. Irwin under center now. Gianella in the backfield. The pitch to Luke. Luke sweeps to the outside, to the 5, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions! Luke Gianella with 2:29 remaining in the second quarter. He hits pay dirt from 11 yards out, and the Lions have cut the lead to 7-6. Corcoran with the attempt now. From 34 yards out, here's the kick. It is good. Seamus Corcoran right down the middle. And Pope John gets on the board here in the second half. Weaver in the gun. Two backs next to it. One's in motion. That's Roberts. The handoff right as he handed it off. Pope John burst through the offensive line. Cal Marone and Mike Morelli stopping the running back there. 22 to go in the third. No huddle. They want to go. Irwin in the gun. Giulianella to his left. Irwin looking downfield. Fires for Carswell. Makes the catch. Touchdown, Lions! Zane Carswell, a 32-yard touchdown reception. And the Pope John Lions take a 20-7 lead. Here's the kick by Falk, number 49. High end over end kick to start the second half. It is taken by Zane Carswell to the 30, 35, 40, 50. He's gone! Zane Carswell, the 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Lions! No flags! Irwin takes the snap, fires. David Thompson makes the catch at the 44. Still on his feet. Thompson working hard for that yardage.
Pass complete. Irwin to Thompson.
Nice catch by David Thompson. Here's Irwin, rolling to his left, to the middle. Fires across the middle to Joshua. Prince Joshua makes the catch at the 35 and out of bounds at about the 33-yard line. A first down. Prince Joshua. And off the big known. Fights through a tackle and into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions! Nick Mignone from 10 yards out breaks the tackle and scampers into the end zone. And the Lions lead 26-7. Here's Weaver, back to pass, fires, has Roberts. Roberts, good open field tackle by Zane Carswell. Drops him at the 49, loss of 2. Open field tackle means that St. Thomas Aquinas has the clock continue to run on them. The ball spotted at the Pope John 14-yard line. 4th and 5 to go. Pope John leading by 5. Any kind of touchdown by St. Thomas Aquinas, they win. It does not matter about the point after. Trojans to the line. 4th and 5. 9 seconds to go. Weaver in the gun. Roberts to his left, trips right. Here's the snap. Weaver looking, rolls out to his right. Being chased, has nowhere to go. Weaver fires for the end zone. Incomplete! Incomplete! The Pride has spoken! The Pope John Lions hang on and win 26-21. A great defensive stop by Pope John, and the Lions will take the victory. Your final score, the Pope John Lions defeat the St. Thomas Aquinas Trojans 26-21. Well, the Lions man had a sweat for that one, but they will most undoubtedly take it. And welcome to Homedale, New Jersey, home of St. John Vianney High School, where tonight the Pope John Lions football team take on the St. John Vianney Lancers in the first round of the New Jersey State Tournament in 2025. Hi, everyone. Mike Formisano here on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. Friday Night Lights playoff style here in northern New Jersey, and the Pope John Lions looking for a return trip to MetLife Stadium to challenge for the state championship. First things first, they got to get past St. John Vianney tonight. It was their semifinal opponent from last season. It will be Christian Severinson going ahead and kicking off for Pope John. And here's the kick, and we are underway. A high booming kick about halfway into the back of the end zone. Taken by number 3 for St. John Vianney. And that is Zechariah Olameji. Here's the snap. Labarca drops back to pass. Hit by Marone. We have a fumble. And it looks like St. John Vianney has recovered it, but Marone gets through to Labarca and drops St. John Vianney for a loss. Ball pushed back to the 8. So, Lancers avoid total disaster, but a 12-yard loss. Cal Marone getting through for Pope John to the line. 2nd and 10 from their own 42. Both McDone and Gianella in the backfield. The handoff goes to McDone, sweeps to the far side. McDone trying to get around number 2, and that is Goodman Ware. And Goodman Ware brings him down just shy. No, he got the first. They're going to give him the first down. A 10-yard run by Nick McDone, who was looking for more, but he gets the first down. And into St. John Vianney territory. 1st and 10 at the Lancer 48. Pope John going right to left now. Here's a pass from Irwin over to Luke Romano. Romano gets to the 40 and is tackled there. That's good enough, I believe, for a Pope John first down. 4th and 7 from the St. John Vianney 42. Here's a snap. Corcoran rolls out, throws downfield, has Schreiber. Schreiber makes the catch to the 20. It was a fake call along. Seamus Corcoran to Alex Schreiber. First down, Pope John. So now it'll be a 30-yard field goal attempt for Seamus Corcoran. Vic Fiore out to hold. Let's make it a 31 from the near hash. Snap, placed down, the kick is up. It is good. Seamus Corcoran from 31 yards out. And the Lions are on the board with 8 minutes to go in the second quarter. Your score, St. John Vianney 7, Pope John. Here's the boot. High end over end kick. Down to about the 25. It bounces. Weinstock picks it up. No, that's Carswell. Carswell to the 50, the 45, the 40. One man to beat. The 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Lions! Zane Carswell does it again. A kickoff return for a touchdown. This time 75 yards. And oh boy, is Pope John back in this game. 14-9, St. John Vianney and Pope John going for the point after. What an electrifying touchdown by Zane Carswell. Romano, the near receiver, Joshua next to him. Carswell moving over as well, trips right. Snap, Irwin, give to Gianella, reverse, Joshua looking downfield, he'll keep it. Prince Joshua to the 40, the 35, still on his feet, and down to the 30. And I'll tell you, what an acrobatic move by Prince Joshua, jumping in midair to miss a tackle and get down to the 30. An insane run by Prince Joshua. First down, Pope John. 1st and 10 Lions. Here's Irwin. Irwin to Carswell, makes the catch. Comes back to the center, to the near side. Stiff arms, one tackle, to the 15. Cuts back to the 10, to the 5, and in. Touchdown, Lions! Zane Carswell, a 30-yard touchdown reception. And Pope John is coming. They are coming for St. John Vianney. Can they catch him? 21-16 now. And as impressive a catch by Carswell, an unbelievable run into the end zone. Fiore to hold, Corcoran with the point after attempt. Here it is, placed down, kicks up. It's good. Seamus Corcoran. And the score now with 5:32 to go in quarter number 3. St. John Vianney leads the Pope John Lions 21-17. 1st and 10, LaBarca in the gun. Takes the snap, the handoff to number 21. Well, met right at the line and stopped. Sean Bauman, number 55, puts number 26, Corley Thomas, into the turf. But Pope John getting to that point in the game where they're going to need to score a touchdown, get the ball turned over one way or another on downs, interception, fumble, whatever, and score again in order to take the lead. They're down by 11 right now, with 10:43 to go in the fourth. Still time to go. However, it's not their friend right now. Irwin back to pass. Looking downfield. Home run ball to Carswell. Makes the catch. Gets down to the 15-yard line. Oh, great catch by Zane Carswell. And Khalid Goodman-Ware is the only reason he didn't get in the end zone. Oh, there you go. You want to make time your friend again? Do a play like that. Irwin to Carswell, all the way down to the 15 and into the red zone. The shotgun. Gianella over his right shoulder. The handoff to Luke. Luke goes to the near hash mark, looking for the corner of the end zone. Can't get there. He gets stopped at the 6. Good hard run by Luke Gianella. Goal from the 1. Irwin takes the snap, handoff to McNone. Did he get over? They say just shy. 4th and 1. 7.5. And I'll tell you what, this is the season right here. 4th and goal from the 1-yard line. Clock down to 7:15 remaining. Irwin in the gun. McNone behind him. Here it is, now under center. And Irwin trying to get over. Flag on the play. He's into the end zone. No, Goodman Ware has the ball. And he's racing down to the end zone. Is the referee following? And they call a touchdown. And now St. John Vianney takes victory formation. They take a knee. And that will do it. The St. John Vianney Lancers are going to advance to the second round of the New Jersey State Tournament Group B non-public division as they defeat the Pope John Lions tonight. Final score, St. John Vianney 35, Pope John 17. And you feel for the Pope John football team, you feel for the seniors who are going to be graduating now. This is their last chance to perform for the Lions here in Sparta, New Jersey. You feel for the coaches, fans. The dream for Pope John returning to MetLife Stadium and challenging for the 21st state title has concluded for 2025. This is a proud program that will rebuild and reload and go for winning that 21st state championship even next year. A lot to look forward to. A lot of underclassmen are coming in that are bright, bright talents, but not the night to think about that. Night to think about what could have been and what has been accomplished by Pope John. And so we congratulate the 2025 Pope John Lions. I'm sure they don't want to hear it, but we congratulate them on their best effort put forward. Defeated, but not disgraced.